So I've been playing Valorant for about a month, and I have been playing ranked for maybe 1 to 2 weeks. And to be honest, the only game I played that's similar to Valorant was the Roblox version of Counter-Strike, which is actually peak Roblox gameplay. So Phantom Force enjoyers, you can fight me. But that's pretty much all my experience. I have played the real CS:GO, but not nearly as much as the Roblox version at all, and I'm not taking any questions on why for that one. Now, the footage you're seeing is not the first match I've ever played. Unfortunately, I didn't record any of those, any of the first matches. However, I am still a fairly fresh player. I'm in Silver 2 as of the making of this video. When I very first placed, I think I was Bronze 2 or 3. I may have footage of that. If I do, it's on screen right now. And I wanted to share my opinions on the new player experience in Valorant. I started out playing Jet out of all the main characters you have at first, and my first operator I got with the free character token thingy was Astra. And to be honest, the only reason I chose her was just because I was like, oh wow, cool space stuff. But after playing her for a while, which you'll see me playing her in a majority of these clips, I kind of realized I didn't like her. So I just started playing Sage and pretty much became a Sage main. She's simple and I like that. But whenever she's taken, I do play Reyna and Raze. If anybody's wondering, I know there's somebody out there who's probably wondering. To be honest, the learning curve really isn't that bad in this game. I mean, I've played Tarkov, so it's a little different story. But you know, in this game, it's not that bad. Maybe the experience from Roblox is really kicking in here. It really does come in clutch. But for the game is honestly not a very difficult game to learn the basics of. I'd say the most difficult part about learning the game is what every character's wild abilities are, because they all do crazy shit. And you have to know how to counter each of them. Like we all have had those teammates that just absolutely never shoot a Reyna's blind, and then the Reyna just peeks around the corner and then just destroys all of you. But in my opinion, most of the maps, at least the ones that I've seen, which have only been in this season's map rotation, are pretty much exactly the same. I mean, layout wise and quirks, they rarely differ. You get some maps with giant weird doors that spin around, and other maps that have just way too much up and down going on. You've got ropes just everywhere. There's just constant roping. But they're all fairly similar. So when it comes down to outplaying your opponents, it's never really about map knowledge as much as it is game and character knowledge and aiming, which we'll get into later. I feel like a lot of other games, you have to care more about your environment, like you have to care more about where you are and your positioning a lot more than you do in Valorant. Obviously, you have to care about your positioning in Valorant, but not as much as say, R6. Like if you're in Pro League Rainbow Six Siege, like your positioning is so much more important. I mean, obviously, you can't just be on the other side of the map in Valorant. I mean, you honestly can be. Like when you're on defense, you're supposed to be, and when you're on defense on R6, you are supposed to be spread around the map too. But there's a lot of differences. This is a lot of differences there, and R6 is the other competitive shooter that I've played a lot. That's the only one that I've played a shit ton of that isn't Roblox Counter Strike. But what I was saying is, with how small and simple the maps are in Valorant, it doesn't really feel like caring about your environment as much as you have to in other games is how you would outplay them. Maybe that's just the noob in me talking, but the map still feels small and simple constantly, and that's all the ones that I've played, which again are just the ones in this rotation. And then what I was going on previously was with the aim. I mean, if you're cursed with shitty aim, then you're just cursed with shitty aim. I'm definitely not one of those people, man. My aim is fucking spot on 24/7. I'm consistent, I'm really consistent. With that being said, however, if you got decent aim, that can be fixed. Maybe trained up a little bit. You can get it to good aim, and then eventually, you be my level or something. But that's really all it comes down to, other than game and character knowledge, which game knowledge mainly comes with putting time into the game. Just things that you'll learn, tiny little quirks like what jumps you can make and stuff that you'll only be able to learn from playing the game. You have to put a certain amount of time in to be good at anything. I mean, In all honesty, I may never increase my rank past gold. However, there could be a time in my future where I do something along the lines of playing Valorant every day until I'm radiant. You know, I do plan on doing streams in my future, not just playing Valorant, but other games too. So if you're interested in that, please like and sub. I really appreciate every single person that clicks those buttons more than you can imagine. But going back to Valorant, one thing I want to point out is literally within my first 5 matches, I was surprised to learn that this game doesn't have a replay system to rewatch your matches. I downloaded the game expecting it to have a replay system. Like, I honestly never knew that it didn't have one. And it shocked me, especially considering how much they talk about how much they care about competitive's integrity and making sure people don't cheat. I mean, if you're going to have an incredibly invasive anti cheat, then let us watch our damn matches back. I don't know. I feel like at this point they're not adding one because everyone wants one. Like it's sort of a doing it for the meme kind of thing. At least that's what my friend says, and I kind of agree with him, to be honest. Um, one more thing that I just kind of want to say. Something about this player base attracts some real goofballery. I absolutely love goofing around in this game. It is really funny. Some of these clips in the video that's going on in the background have been me goofing around. I mean, probably most of them are, but just something about the people, man. It's been an absolutely great time goofing around with them because you play one game of CS:GO and try to like actually have fun in that game, and you get shot in the face by your teammate and vote kicked. At least in this game, they can only scream at you, and that's nice. But yeah, that's really about it. That's all I have to say about my newcomer experience. So again, I thank you all for watching and clicking that like button and subscribing if you did. And yes, if you're interested in me streaming and doing a challenge where I play Valorant consistently, brain rot until I hit Radiant, then go ahead and tell me, and I will do that. I will do that. I will stream every day until I hit Valiant. I almost said Valiant until I hit Radiant. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.